Richard, obviously a very disappointing result for the footy club today, mate. What was the message to the players post-game?
We just said we've just got to stick together. We're on a long journey together. It's going to take time. We mentioned that players like Mitch Thorpe, Sonny Whiting, Jay Blackerby have all been really good senior footballers for many, many years, and they've been good players through their hard work. So we've just got to make sure the blokes keep doing the extras, keep sticking together and actually get the right habits that are going to make them good TSL footballers.
Young Pepin had his moments early on in the piece, mate. Wasn't able to sustain it. How did you see his game?
Yeah, that's spot on. Like, he just looks really good when he backs himself, gets out into a bit of space, carries the footy. I love it when he pushes forward because he's got a beautiful leap and he jumps at it. But as I said, he's only 16, so you can't expect too much from him over 4 quarters.
With such a young group, mate, how do you keep their confidence up over the season after a loss like that?
Oh, it's only round 2, so it's all a learning experience for these young blokes. As I said to them, when we come back in here in 12 or 24 months' time, remember how we felt today and the work we have to do. And if we apply ourselves and work hard as a unit, then I've got no doubt we'll spike pretty quickly again.
Only one behind in the second half, mate. Were you simply just outclassed, mate, or was it just did they go away from their structures or
no, I think,
fitness lacking?
As I said before, I touched on that Launceston have a lot of classy ball users, are very neat by foot. Our guys, I suppose, a bit of fatigue again sets in, and when fatigue sets in, you lose concentration. So it's probably a combination of both things.
You obviously mentioned Mitch Thorpe got away from you today, mate. How do you sort of contain him going forward when you meet them?
We've probably got to try and stop the supply. I mean, some of the supply was first class. It was a big challenge. Bailey Walker, Harry Ireland had a crack at him towards the end. But as I said, Mitch has been a good player, I believe, for a long time now. And obviously him and Sonny finished with, I'd say, over 10 goals between them. But, I mean, if the supply's as good as it was, particularly in the second half, doesn't matter who's on them. We don't have the big bodies like we had as a party last year that did quite a good job on Thorpe. So it's just, we've got to next time really hunt the ball and not let the ball get out wide and get into their good ball users' hands because, as I said, the delivery they got was first class.
And moving forward to next week, mate, do you foresee many changes or are you just going to stick with the process?
I think I've got to keep sticking with the current group that I've got. I mean, there'd probably be a couple of changes, but Sam Collins missed today. He was really good last week. He had a sore ankle, so he was ruled not quite fit enough to play. So I'd envisage that if he's right, I'll bring him back in. He's only 16 as well, but he plays well above his years. So a couple of guys stood up in the D League today. I mean, it was a massive challenge for them. They had Joby Harper and Sam Lonergan obviously running around, and that's a good experience for our kids to try and learn off that as well. So where we are at the moment, as I said, it's a long journey. We've just got to stick together, and I'll keep putting games into these players because I think we've got a bright future.
You must be pleased with the response of the group.
Yeah, fantastic. We had a really good week on the track, and we highlighted a few areas of things we need to improve, and the guys, to their credit, went out and did it for a full 4 quarters, which was probably the most pleasing part of the day.
It was a big occasion for Sam Rundle playing his 100th game for the club today, mate. Did you speak about that pre-game and how did you assess his performance today?
Yeah, we certainly spoke about Sam's 100th. He's been a fantastic club person and obviously a previous skipper in the past. So, it's great for him to experience that sort of win. This footy club hasn't had that type of win for a long period of time. So, along with Jack Rushton, who played his debutant today, I thought between the two of them, it was fantastic.
Yeah, there's been a lot of hype around the youth of North Hobart. Did you put a focus on curbing their influence and run today?
No, it's again for us. It's about focusing on our game. I think if you spend too much time on the opposition, you actually start to deliver a negative thought process into your players. So for us, it's about creating an environment where our guys develop, our guys learn, and our guys want to play football for the football club, and that's what we've seen today.
Mitch Thorpe obviously kicked the 7 goals. You must be excited about how much growth he's got left in him for the rest of the season.
Yeah, definitely. It was exciting to see a key forward moving that well in the navy blue again. It's Nathan Dunleavy did a fantastic job last year, and to see Mitch take that role and now make it his own. And 7 goals, 8 I think was the end result. The delivery is fantastic. I thought the midfield were great. I thought our high half forwards like a Jake Smith and Ruller really lowered their eyes and gave the forwards the best opportunity with their delivery by foot.
And Mitch has been pinch hitting in the ruck at stages. Is that likely to continue for the rest of the season?
Yeah, that's the way we roll, and Mitch is enjoying it. It gives an opportunity to use his aerobic capacity to move up and down the ground, so it's a good advantage for us to have in that position.
Jack Donnellan started in the midfield today. Did he have a particular run with role at all, or it was just to get him back into the side and get some miles in his legs?
Yeah, so certainly no run with role. Our three mids and Jack was one of the four mids with one off the bench at that stage. They've just got an opportunity to go out there and perform, and Jack got his opportunity to play in the midfield, and I thought he was great. His intensity around the ball was fantastic. He's pretty good by foot, so we've seen him slice North Hobart apart a couple of times.
Joby Harper and yourself, likely for next week, or?
I'm not sure at this stage. For the both of us, it's about getting in Monday and checking in with the physio and making sure that we tick the boxes that they require us to tick. So for that perspective, we fall in line with the rest of the players, and it's our time to play through the D-League and make sure that our bodies are right for senior footy. And if they are, then we'll be selected, and if they're not, then we won't be.
Sonny Whiting was obviously a little bit down last week, returned to form today. You must be pleased with his effort.
Yeah, it was good. He got plenty of shots on goal. I reckon he finished with 3 from memory, probably 1 or 2 points. So it was great to see him at his best and just being that elusive small forward, which was great to see. Thanks, guys.